Well, g'day and welcome to another Mongrel Dog production, and welcome to Sri Lanka's 9-arch bridge. On this trip, Trevor and I plan to spend a few weeks cycling around the island. Hopefully, there won't be any surprises. Grab your gear. Let's go.
Beriri giyobe singitilen suwa tawmat surakiba malangamai obage dinitin galana giye andulak suwadak tawai.
Well, first day on the road, we landed and stayed at Mongrel, which is the closest commercial centre to the airport. Stayed there for a couple of nights just to get ourselves orientated. We're now making our way south towards Colombo, which is their capital city. The traffic's pretty horrendous. The roads aren't in great shape, but we knew that going in. Yeah, keep going. Anyway, for years now, I mean, Trevor's been with me on several of these trips, and for years now I've been promising him palm trees and beaches, and maybe, just maybe, I might be able to keep my promise this time. Anyway, so far so good. No surprises yet, I don't think. And we'll just get on with the job and try and navigate our way through this place. Yeah. Oh, geez, are you crazy? You're crazy. Maybe you're not so crazy. Hey, Trev.
Hey.
Well, me being me, I've taken some back roads again to get off the main road because a lot of heavy traffic, a lot of buses, congestion, a bit dangerous. So, yeah, we're following the railway line for a little while. This railway line is between the main road and the beach. In fact, during the tsunami of 2004, there was a train packed with holiday makers, and when the tsunami hit, it carried the train inland for 1 kilometre, and 1,700 passengers died. 33,000 died in total here in Sri Lanka during the tsunami. Yeah, you don't get this on no package tour. Come to Sri Lanka, he says. We'll go for a ride, he says. It'll be fun, he says. Trevor and I are staying right on the beachfront tonight. The lens is starting to fog over. It's pretty humid. We've just had a tropical downpour, which is typical, I guess, for this neck of the woods. Well, this is the third day on the road for us. We're currently on our way from the Tota to Gaul. I've taken some more back roads just to avoid the heavy traffic on the main highways. And typically the back roads are a little bit longer, and the road surface is not as good, but I much prefer that than trying to avoid the buses and the trucks. So the last couple of days haven't been big days, maybe 50 or 60 k's. This one will be similar. Trevor's got more time in country this trip, so we can take a bit more time and not bust our arse, which is what we've had to do in the past to try and cover as much ground as we can in a short space of time. So he's here for about 3 weeks, and then he'll fly back to Australia, and I'll continue on and see the rest of the country. Well, back on the road again. Yesterday we had a day off in Gaul just to have a look around at the fort, which is about, you know, the touristy thing to do in Gaul. The fort complex originated by the Portuguese many centuries ago, and then the Dutch took it over and strengthened it, made it a bit more elaborate. That was sometime in the 1700s. But anyway, we're back on the road again. We're travelling between Gaul and Mathura, taking the back roads. Sometimes the road surface is very, very good, and other times it's pretty crappy, but the advantage, of course, is no traffic, or very little. G'day boys, how you going? Yeah, quite often you'll ride through a village, and I think it's the first time they've seen Westerners on bikes, because we're taking some real out of the way back roads, but quite scenic. Trevor's tuning out for the next 30 kilometres or so. He's had enough. He's chosen to listen to music. What are you doing?
Aren't I stopping? You said yo.
No, I yelled out to the people behind me.
Oh.
I missed a couple of turns, and when that happens, Maps Me automatically reroutes us, and it's got us going down some snotty track for about 1.5 k's. Well, we're currently staying at a hotel on the beach at Matara, I think it's pronounced, Matara, doesn't really matter, not important, but it's in sort of their court district, and it just has that appearance of old jail cells, which is what it used to be back in the day.
පිපුණු මල් හරි ලස්සනයි නගේ ඔබ හිතේ පිපුණු මල් කවුදෝ පර කෙරුවේ රන් සමනලයින් පියමා මල් අතරේ රුන් ගත්තද ඔබගෙන් හොර රහසේ දූතින්නාරන් මල් කෙල්ලන් මල් අපින් ගන්න මල් කියයි හදවතින්.
If you haven't figured it out already, I like to be seen while I'm on the road. Now, to be honest, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of this, the way they drive on their roads. Well, I'm a bit anxious this morning. We're just about to ride through their national park. We don't have too many options. I'm a bit anxious because there's an elephant who normally stands in the middle of the road and sort of acts as a toll master. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to deal with that when we get there. G'day ladies, how you going?
Yeah, good.
Is the elephant there?
No.
No elephant? No, no elephant that way. So that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to see one.
Yeah, of course, but
Far away.
feel a bit exposed, you know, just Well, we're having a day off at Aragon Bay. Trevor and I have just been having a look at Elephant Rock, which is a few kilometres out of town. Aragon Bay apparently is one of the 10 best surfing hotspots in the world, although it's the wrong season at the moment. The surf is best, I believe, in October, not that we're here for the surf. Well, Trevor and I are just packing up to leave Aragon Bay for Ella. We've decided to catch a taxi, only because it's 1,000 metres above sea level where we're going, and it would have meant climbing for most of the day. So to avoid the heartache and the misery, we'll take the soft option, and we're just loading the bikes up now. We're at the top of Little Adams Peak, and down there you can see the road that we would have had to take to get to Ella. I'm glad we took the soft option and didn't do the climb. That truck is still inching its way up. Well, we're here at Ella train station. I'm a bit concerned because it could be that the bikes travel on a separate train to us. It might not arrive until some hours later. That always sort of concerns me when I get separated from my gear, but we'll see how we go. Just like Burma 12 months ago, We now find ourselves trying to navigate at night. The train we took to get the candy was running late. It's arrived an hour and a half later than we expected, so we've now got to ride about 6 kilometres in search of the hotel that we've already booked. Well, it's early, it's only 5 AM. Trevor and I are on our way to Sigiriya Rock, which is a 2-hour drive away from here. They suggest getting there at 7 o'clock when the ticket office opens. It's a fairly major archaeological site. Well, we've left Kandy. Kandy is a big city. The roads were pretty busy, so we've left the main road, main highway, and taken back roads. We're heading towards the coast, back to Ngombo, so Trevor can fly out. But we'll do that over 3 days. We'll make the days fairly small. The road we're on is pretty crap. It's in really poor condition. But there is no traffic, and we're not going far today, only about 50 kilometres. So it's easily doable. This is, or was, a tough climb. Climbing out of a valley, still on the way to the coast of course, so I would expect downhill anytime soon. Another day, another really tough climb. Sometimes zigging and zagging actually makes a difference. The hill doesn't become so steep because as you cut across, just if you understand the theory and the logic behind it, you're not going straight up, you're actually going across the hill. So it makes a difference, trust me. Try it next time yourself. But yeah, there was a tough climb. Well, say goodbye, Trevor.
Right, bud.
Say goodbye, Trevor.
Goodbye, Trevor. Goodbye, Sri Lanka.
Trevor's last day on the road. He flies out tonight, returns to Australia. And I'll just continue on my own for a while. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. G'day and welcome to another Mongrel Dog production. And welcome to Sri Lanka's 9 Arch Bridge. This time Trevor and I plan to spend a few weeks cycling around the island. Hopefully there won't be any surprises. Grab your gear, let's go.